What's up, everybody? I'm Richard.
And I'm Shawn.
And we are speaking the language of bromance.
Oh, Richard, there's times so I found us a story, which I thought would be really funny and kind of cute because, we've never really done too many cute stories. Our stories always get mature in content.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
And so as I'm looking through this, I found, Richard, what seemed like the most, safe, not mature, cute story, and it was called Unicorn Hunting Regulations, right? So you think oh, that's funny. Somebody created fake regulations for unicorn hunting. So it's pretty long. There's quite a bit in it. And so I thought, I wonder, what other stories that, are evolved around unicorn hunting, just something else to kind of spice it up. Well, Richard, as lots of things, I found that unicorn hunting is a thing in a kind of subgroup of couples. So I found this article on Fabulous, and I'll read you this article, and then we'll see how the unicorn hunting regulations play into this.
Wait. Are we talking about unicorns or unicorns?
Unicorn. Well, I was talking about unicorns, the ones with the horn. But this story is talking about unicorns.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this was a thing. So, Richard,
there's different. Yeah. So should we explain what a unicorn is for those that aren't in the know?
Yeah, so I've got a story that explains what a unicorn is. And I figured so this is this. How would this relate to the unicorn hunting regulations? So the article here, Richard, says, "Three's a charm. What is unicorn hunting? The new couples trend that doesn't always end well."
Yeah.
So it goes on I didn't know this. So you may have heard of it, but unicorn hunting is the latest trend among couples looking to spice up their love life. So, it's okay, what is this? I'm interested. I've been married for a little bit. I want to spice up my life. Richard, first off, this podcast, Tiffany's not going to get to listen to because I will show up with two black eyes.
It's NSFT, not safe for Tiffany.
Yeah, because I will come back with two black eyes and no unicorn bag.
Richard, I didn't find a unicorn. What'd you find? I found an angry wife.
Is it polymorphous? Polymorphous?
Polyamory?
Polyamorous, yeah. So with the rise of polyamorous relationships, couples are on the look for a third person in order to become a throuple. So, Richard, apparently this is a thing where a male and a female decide, hey, we need to bring in, not just for a one-time thing, we need to bring in a third person to be kind of our person on deck. And typically with this, it's more of a female that they're looking for.
Correct.
So unicorn hunting is where a male and female couple look to find one person who they can permanently invite into their relationship. They form a triad with a couple and the three people have group sex. Is it really group sex with just three people?
That's a good point. But what else?
I kind of feel like that's overselling.
But if it's more than two, what do you call it?
I don't know. That's kind of just a three-way. I think if you call it group sex, you're kind of spicing up more than what it is.
Yeah. Have you? Okay, let me ask you this: have you ever met anyone that has done this?
Had a unicorn?
Yes.
I have not. Have you?
I have.
Ooh, curious how that worked out. They're both dead.
No, actually, I would say that it wasn't, it went for as long as it went. And, everybody seemed cool with it. And nobody really, it was just, it wasn't really a thing, I guess, if that makes sense. It didn't really seem like a big deal.
It was kind of it was all three of them were dating.
Yeah, kind of. Except two of them were married.
Yeah, that's kind of the gist I get with a polymorphism. I guess that's more of it's kind of an open relationship where, well, no, that's not an open relationship. It's basically where you're not together, but you're together with other people. Mm-hmm. Kind of not a convent.
No, it is not like a convent. It is the complete opposite of a convent, Shawn. If there was a convent like that, I would join that convent.
I'm here for your religion. What is it? What was it? What was it in the hippies where they all would go and live together?
A commune.
A commune. See, one letter can make the difference.
Hey, I'm here to grow patchouli. Where's all the women? Where's all the naked women at? And then one's like, "Sir, you need to leave."
Sister Mary, I see you've got a ruler. What are you gonna? Ow! It's my knuckles.
Oh, role play. I'm down for this.
Ow! Stop hitting my knuckles.
Time for my confession. Hey, where you going? What are you gonna do with that ruler? That's my knuckles.
You're supposed to hit me on the bum bum.
That's not how this works. You're terrible at this.
This convent is horrible.
It's a horrible convent. No,
this is nothing
every
like
convent.
But these couples, Richard, aren't looking to have threesomes with just anyone. So people go unicorn hunting for a specific look, or specifically looking for a bisexual woman.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's pump the brakes right here. When we're saying a couple is going to go find another woman, let's be honest with ourselves. The woman is going to go find another woman.
Yeah, and the thing is, Richard, like where I'm at in my stage in life, like if Tiffany brought this up, 'cause there's no way I'm bringing this up. Like I said, if I bring this up, two black eyes.
Yeah. I think we should invite a third person in.
For what? You want to read this article? No. Wait, what are you gonna do with that? Ow! It's my knuckles. This is like the last convent.
Oh, role play. I'm down with this. I know. I was looking to spice things up. All right.
But yeah, like at this point in my life, if like Tiffany's like, hey, do you want to go unicorn hunting? Like, I'm suspicious. Like, I'm like, this is a trap. Like, warning bells are going off.
Exactly.
I'm like, what did you do with my wife?
And that is exactly what you should think, Shawn.
Yeah. Because you know what? Whenever you say, dear hustler, I never thought this would happen to me. Because it doesn't happen to me, Richard.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. I don't know if you know this, Shawn. A lot of the stories are made up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought. But a lot of people are like more experienced with cool stuff than I am.
That's true.
I'm like, hey, I've seen this in the movie. Like, yeah, I did that. I'm like, you did that? I thought that was just, you kissed on the mouth. I thought that was just in the movies. Even Pretty Woman didn't do that.
She has class.
Sinners. So the number of straight couples only looking to find a unicorn has reached such a high number that many polyamorous people see it as cliche. So that's the only thing that kind of seems odd to me is that, you know, like, again, like as a couple, I mean, is this something that you warm up to, or how do you broach this subject? Because I mean, as a dude, it's like, hey, I think we should find a unicorn. We should go unicorn hunting. You're like, what's that? You Google it. You're like, yeah, we do.
Yeah, I think this is something that you wait for. You wait for her to bring up, because I think that's the only way this goes down. So
what age are you like, oh, well, we're past our prime for unicorn hunting? 97. Surprisingly, unicorn hunting isn't a casual affair. So the couple expected their unicorn to be both sexually and romantically exclusive. So it basically is like a group of three people together.
Yeah. It's a throuple.
So if somebody else is riding your unicorn, you get mad.
Yeah, because it's your unicorn.
Are there male unicorns? Like, is there where it's like two dudes and a chick, or is that?
No, the reason it's called a unicorn. Well, I mean, so the unicorn refers to exclusively a bisexual female that is willing to, you know, join in with a guy and girl.
Wasn't technically the other girl a unicorn too at that point?
No, because the other girl's your wife. You already found her.
But this is, well, I mean, if you're not married though, I guess. If you're married, then yeah, you're kind of stuck at that point. Well,
it's called a unicorn. They call it a unicorn because it's so rare. It's rare, like a unicorn.
Well, I would imagine that the wife would be rare too, because like her being okay with that.
Yeah, I could see that.
They don't want to call her a leprechaun because then you get kicked in the nuts. They also demand that a unicorn is attracted to them both equally and interested in only having group sex. Oh, so they don't kind of do you know, I'm gonna ride the unicorn tonight. It's like, well, you're gonna ride me too. Man, that seems like a lot of work.
Yeah, I think that sex would go down. Like in terms of frequency, because I think that you would be,
because I gotta find two women in the mood at the same time.
Yeah, not just that. You're like, I do a good enough job disappointing one woman. Now I have to disappoint two, and I just don't know if I have that in me.
Richard, I feel like how this would go for us is our wives would find, in quotes, our unicorn, and all we would have is double the laundry and double the dishes.
Yeah.
So when are we gonna do that sex thing?
What about the group sex thing?
Oh, I see. You've got a headache. Okay, maybe. Oh, wait, you've got a headache. Oh,
no, Shawn. If one of them has a headache, then the whole thing's
that's
off.
what I'm saying. It's like Monday one has a headache, Tuesday the other has a headache, Wednesday they're both mad at each other. Not a win-win in my opinion. But the couple are not looking to bring her fully into their relationships. Like, hey, bitch, we're not paying your bills. In fact, their aim is to not let the unicorn come between them. That seems like that's the game. The game is like, okay, we're going to bring this unicorn. Let's see if we don't get divorced in 6 months.
Yeah, so basically, and this is where I feel the whole thing breaks down, because basically what you're saying is, hey, we're a couple and we're looking to bring a third person in for just we want a on tap friends with benefits.
Yeah.
And like that's not. I feel like that's not fair to the third person.
Not at all.
Like,
no.
oh, I get to stay in my house and pay my own bills, but
and
then
put my life on hold.
Yeah, and meanwhile, like if this is how I feel. This is how I feel about it. I feel that, let's say, like, if my wife came to me and said, hey, I would like to bring another woman into the relationship. First of all, inside, I would be crying with happiness. And second of all, the other thing would be that if I was going to do that, like, it would be somebody that would be in my house, like live in my house, and we would actually, if there was a third person in a relationship, then that third person should be in the relationship. God,
it seems so tough though. That's 2 anniversaries you got to remember, 2 birthdays, 2 Christmases, Valentine's Day would be awkward.
Not if you time it right. I feel like you bring them in, and like on your anniversary, then it's like, oh, now it's our anniversary.
Oh yeah, good. Oh man, you're smart.
Yeah, not that I've been thinking about this at length.
So then what happens is every day after your anniversary, man, it's like, we should really go find another third. You're like, damn it, we got to wait a year.
Yeah.
So finding someone who meets all of the criteria is as hard as you might imagine. Hence the naming of the phenomenon after the elusive mythical creature.
Yeah. Because it is a mythical creature.
It is, yeah. But even if they succeed, it's not always happily ever after, Richard. Which
what?
It's like, to me, this is, like you said, the friends with benefit things. How often does that end in like, oh, and we're still friends to this day?
Exactly.
Because you know what? If you start, if you're a dude and you're dating this other girl, like, oh, this is my friend Samantha. Oh, how do you know her? Oh, she's my friends with benefits. Used to be, not anymore.
Yeah. She used to be my fuck buddy, but now I'm with you, so it's totally fine.
Yeah, it's different now. She's gonna stay the night. Is that okay? She's a unicorn. Whack! Ow! What with the nun outfit and the ruler again? This is horrible.
I'm going home, I'm putting on the nun outfit. Oh, I know what that means.
Hit my knuckles. So an anonymous polyamorous. How do you say that word? Polyamorous. Obviously, I'm a prude.
Not that I've been thinking about it at length.
Told Business Insider that he has never known a straight couple searching for a bisexual woman to have worked out. The addition of a third person could put enormous strain on the relationship.
Yeah.
Worse still, many people in a polyamorous community think that unicorn hunting is just a way for a man in a relationship to sleep with other women, safe in the knowledge that their partner is not sleeping with other men. But I thought a polyamorous relationship was the fact that you could do that.
Yeah, I thought that was the point of I thought if we're talking about a polyamorous relationship, it would be where they're a couple, but essentially like an open relationship. Like, hey, you and I are a couple and we're together and we're forever. But sometimes, if I get an itch, I'm gonna go out and sleep with. I'll go out and sleep with somebody else, and I'll still come home to you.
But from my understanding, polyamorous is even that. It's like, well, you and I are dating, but I'm also dating Samantha and Susan up the road and Todd down the street. Listen, Todd is like a once a month thing. He never buys me dinner. I don't think he really loves me. While the female in the couple is often reluctant at first. Oh, you don't say.
No.
Wow. Spoiler alert. She can end up enjoying it more and more. See, it's like, hey, we just got to try it a couple times. Meanwhile, their male counterpart becomes jealous. Why? Which causes tension in the relationship.
Wait, the male becomes jealous of the female because of the other female?
Oh no, Susan and Mary like each other more than me. All they do is let me watch.
Well, okay. If all they're doing is letting you watch, then...
First one done.
And I'm finished. You guys
get off the bed so I can go to sleep.
You guys clean up. I'm going to get a sandwich for myself.
Wait, shouldn't one of you... Don't you dare say it. I'll make the sandwich. If one partner is enjoying the newfound freedom of polyamory more than the other, it can lead them to return to monogamy or even worse, break up. So what begins as an attempt to try something new as a couple can result in the breakdown of the relationship. So Richard, that's pretty much the story.
Oh my God, how shocking. So let me see if I understand this. When a couple introduces a third person into the mix, sometimes there's problems.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are you reading this off the website thingsthatAreCompletelyObvious.com?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, if you're in college and you're experimenting, you could probably get away with that because you can make a lot of dumb mistakes in college. I didn't because, I was like, nobody makes dumb mistakes. The frog from Dare told me so. And then you find out everybody's making mistakes. You're like, oh, well, missed my opportunity, huh? Yeah, I can do that when I'm older, right?
Nope.
You know what you can do? You can form a podcast with your polyamorous buddy, Richard.
Hey, I'm not polyamorous.
We're polyamorous podcasters.
Oh.
Actually, we're not because nobody wants to podcast with us.
Actually, you're a polyamorous podcaster.
That's true, I am. But you're okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Am I? Am I really?
First one done.
I found, being a polyamorous podcaster is a lot of work. But Richard, like I said, I found this very cute, unicorn hunting regulations. This is from Lake Superior State University. So this was the original thing I found. It's basically their regulations.
Oh, this is a university thing.
Yeah, so this is actually hunting the mythical creature. And again, I went out and looked. I'm like, oh, well, what other unicorn hunting things are they? And that showed me the story of the polyamorous unicorn hunting.
Wait a minute. Are we okay? Hang on. See, now I'm confused. Are we switching gears on unicorns? Are we talking about actual about the horse now?
I want to see if these regulations actually fit the polyamorous unicorn hunting regulations.
Okay.
So using these rules, how do they tie to the actual polyamorous?
And how, question, how are we coming up with rules for hunting down a horse that doesn't exist?
Does it, Richard? Do you know for sure?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a unicorn and Bigfoot in the same room?
No.
Yeah, exactly. They both exist. Wait.
Huh? How does that make sense?
Facts, Richard. Would a university put up fake information, Richard?
I've never met a bi-curious female either. I don't think that exists.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Have you ever met a bi-curious female?
No.
Exactly.
Not after I talk with them, they're not.
They're like, nope, I'm sure. I'm totally into women.
Yep.
I've decided right now.
Oh, I just said hi.
You cinched the deal. Everything was maybe I could do, maybe guys and girls. And then, hi, I'm Shawn. Nope, just girls.
Yeah, just girls. Chicks. In college, we worked at that restaurant, and there was the gay ladies back there that were really cool. That one of them even said to me one time, she's like, if I dug dudes, I'd probably be into you. That made me feel good, that in the heart.
Make you feel good.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's like, you're a nice guy, yada yada, but you don't have a vagina. I'm like, I know I don't, but I'm 2/3 the way there. But fairly recently, Richard, I ran into some ladies that like ladies, and in the course of that evening, you're like, oh, you're the reason I like girls. That was a dig, Richard.
Ouch.
I know.
And then you went home and sad masturbated.
I did.
This is why I like girls, because I hate myself.
Oh, Richard. But Richard, okay, so let's see how this ties in to unicorn hunting and the polyamorous with these regulations. So the following regulations, Richard, will be enforced by the Wildebeest Mythical Division of the Department of Natural Unicorns of the Unicorn Hunters of Lake Superior State University.
So what you're saying is that all these people at the university are huge Harry Potter fans.
Probably, yeah. Lake Superior, I don't even know where, this is probably like a community college.
It's not even a college. It's just, it's like somebody's house.
Their name's the Lakers. They're in Michigan. I only know a few people from Michigan that are okay.
It's like University of Phoenix.
That's all online. They have the full course on like how to get your wife to be in the unicorn hunting club.
So you want your wife to be a unicorn 101.
So areas open to questers. So Earth, which makes sense. The Moon, unexplored areas only. The Milky Way. The Southeast Rim is closed on odd years. And then all else. So basically anywhere you can hunt these things.
Okay.
Bag limits, Richard. Bag limits, only one unicorn per month.
How are you finding more than one?
Well, that's a good point. And this tells you why only one per month, Richard. Because if you're doing actual polyamorous unicorn hunting, the next statement, I think, explains why only one unicorn per month. A success ratio higher than this often results in a form of euphoria, which of course requires a mental trust. This is highly undesirable. So, again, taking this in our polyamorous range, if you're unicorn hunting and you find 2 in a month, I think your head will explode. There's no way you could handle that.
I don't think I could handle that. I don't think I could.
Dear Hustler, I really didn't think this would happen to me.
I was going to say, I think that, my head would explode if I found one.
Yeah.
See, okay, but here's my thing though, is I feel like at the end of the day, it's a super shitty thing to do to another person. Because I feel like it's like a couple that is trying to manipulate a third person to be basically like a fuck toy.
Yeah, because in that relationship too, even with friends with benefits, you can't really be with somebody like that and not start to get emotionally involved. And you're telling this person, you have to be emotionally involved in the dude and the girl equally, but then you can't be with anybody else.
Exactly. While at the same time, you are essentially treating them like a third wheel. We're a couple, so at the end of the day, you're down here and we're up here.
Oh God, could you imagine if you go on a date, you go to the movies and the couple buys their tickets and the unicorn's they walk up and she's waiting for them to be 3 tickets, please, and you just hear 2 tickets, please. And she has to be oh, well, just one for me, please.
Yeah.
Oh, and they get the couple's meal, so they get 2 sodas and popcorn. Don't even care.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And it's basically that's it. You're essentially the third wheel until it's sexy bedroom time. And who the fuck wants to do that? Who wants to be that person?
I think we need to form a division of the LOB Army, very similar those people that protect the black rhinos. We need to go out, find these unicorns, and we just stand around them and protect them from this evil poaching.
Exactly. And we should.
Holy shit, Richard, we just discovered our mission in life.
Okay. And the other thing we could do is we could set up a preserve. I say my house, and we'll just keep them here so that way they're safe from being hunted.
I'll let them out, let them feed. We'll put them kind of in their natural habitat.
Free range. I've got a big backyard. They can hang out.
Bedroom's medium size, but it'll work.
Sure. And that way they're free to roam, they're free to do what they please, and they're protected. And that's really right. At the end of the day, I think that's what matters.
It's just like at the zoo, the lions have to get out and chase their food sometimes to kind of keep that, unicorn spirit up. So that's what you got to do here. Amanda, this is for the better good. We have to do this. It's our mission in life.
You think I just want a bunch of women around to sleep with?
No.
That's not true. I'm protecting a species. I'm saving a species from extinction.
I'm saving one unicorn at a time, Amanda.
I'm like the crocodile hunter.
What would you call it? Like the Bromance Unicorn Protection Agency? The BUPA?
Let's see. Bromance, Rehab, Unicorn, Habitat, or Bruh.
T-shirts getting made right now. Oh yeah, I saw. Oh, that's a great idea.
Exactly.
Get all that. Yeah,
We'll just keep. I'll just keep them here, and it'll be like a preserve.
And so then what you would do is like you'd go out to bars like you would. You find searching for unicorns.
And now I'm like, crikey,
look at this. Ain't she a feisty one?
I'm gonna poke it with a stick.
Ain't she a beaut? Now what you gotta do is you gotta grab them by the shoulders. Make sure you watch that because they'll punch you right in the nutsack.
Oh, look at you. Good girl.
Crocky, hold her up by her feet.
They're swinging. They're swinging.
In you go. That's a basement. All right, so back to our unicorn hunting. So I think we'd probably have to take this, and this would be kind of our mission statement or our guidelines. So we're out there like making sure that people are following this, and we're saving these unicorns. So the term of season, Richard, is all days of the year except St. Agnes' Eve. This exception is to protect hares who limp trembling through frozen grass from being trampled by running unicorns. Bow and arrow season is October 1st through November 14th, then December 1st through January 1st. So we could shoot these unicorns with like, bows and arrows with like the suction cup. So it hits them. They're like, ow, what's that?
Caught ya.
Gotcha. Crocky.
We're going to go to jail for assault.
Probably. Our wives will be with us. And then our alibi will be like, no, we're bra. What's bra? The Bromance, Rehab, Unicorn, Habitat. What do you do? I put a bunch of women in my basement. Holy shit, this guy's got women in his basement. No, are they free to go? No, they're
I'm
God.
protecting them.
Oh God. Oh no. Am I
I left food down there.
I let them out and graze in my backyard on a leash. And that's how you end up in jail for 30 to life.
Yep. Oh.
All right, Richard. So, approved questing devices. Unicorns may be taken with serious intent. So, you're at the bar, you find that unicorn, she's kind of like drowning her sorrows, and you give her that serious talk. Like,
okay,
listen.
but wait. First off, we're not the ones that are going to be hunting. The women are going to be the ones hunting.
We're just awkwardly and annoyingly just saying, Crocky!
Yeah, exactly. Like my wife walks up to her girl. She's like, "Hi, my name's Amanda. So, where are you from?" And then like in the Crocky, that's my husband. Just don't.
He's a big crocodile hunter fan. Who? Oh God, you're too young.
Oh,
God
okay. So let's be real here. Okay, I'm supposed to be looking for a unicorn to add a third person relationship. Really, I'm just shopping around for another woman because
he's got this thing called bra. And all he has in his basement is blow-up dolls.
Because I'm done with him, and I'm pretty much done with men in general. Like, he ruined me, so I'm just basically I didn't know if maybe you wanted to. Ain't she a beaut? Shut up, Richard. I was just wondering if maybe we could go out to dinner sometime.
So that's serious talk. So approved questing device 2, iambic pentameter.
Like poetry?
I guess so. Yeah, you can talk some poetry to your... Does that even work nowadays? I feel like that's like Guitar Guy at the Party. Like, if you come up and start like laying down some Shakespeare, do girls really like that?
I think it depends on the girl.
Yeah, would a unicorn like that?
I don't know. Is the unicorn a theater major?
Ooh, good call. I wonder if there are a lot of unicorns in theater.
I don't know. I think if we knew where we were, don't you think we would try and find them?
What's the biggest major in a college? That's what it would be. Was not what I did.
Great. So now we're hanging out in the English lit department. Fantastic.
This is Feminist Movement 101. Richard, this is where they all are.
I found it.
There's so many unicorns. Ow! Why are you hitting me with that ruler?
Give me my bow back.
General levity. I don't know what that means.
Just be funny.
No. Again, I don't know what that means. So I walk up to him like, Crocky, ain't you a beaut?
Hang on, I'm going to tell it a joke. So then I said, hey, that's not the gear shift, and where are my pants? Oh, she's walking away.
Why is the security guard coming over? Crocky, ain't he a feisty one? I'm going to stick my thumb up his butthole and see if it pisses him off. And Richard, number 4, sweet talk.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would work in a bar either. I've never picked anybody up at a bar, so I don't know.
Hey, baby.
Hey.
How's it?
You just walk up and take a unicorn horn and thunk right on their head.
Okay, so here's real talk. Let's say hypothetically, like, my wife leaves me. I really don't know if I have the effort in me, if I have the energy, or the will to go out and like go to a bar again and try and pick up a girl.
Oh, I went to a bar like this was probably 5 years ago. So I was like 28.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm 6 years out of college. Like, it's not that bad. Like, I'm still hip, right? And you walk in and you see like these 21, 20-year-old kids, 22. You're like, oh my God, I am freaking ancient. Like, these kids look like they're 12 and like, they don't like, what the hell happened?
What are they wearing? That's not decent. Hey,
put some clothes on.
Decent.
Turn that music down, Crocky.
We're trying to have fun, old man.
I'm trying to have a conversation. Yeah, so I could imagine like going out right now and being like, "Oh shit!" First off, all my joints would hurt.
Yeah, it's like the thought of that just absolutely fucking terrifies me.
Getting old.
So
sucks,
I don't
Richard.
know, like if she ever leaves me, I just don't. I don't know if I could do. I don't know if I could do it again.
Yeah, that scares the shit out of me, Richard. I'm not gonna lie.
So now you're telling me that I have a perfectly good woman at home, and I'm supposed to go out and do this bullshit? Like,
oh yeah.
By choice? No.
This is like, you're walking around landmines if you do this. Even if she agrees and you got this unicorn thing going, you're walking around landmines because you don't want to set that off because then you've lost 2 ladies.
Yeah. And then I got, ugh.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, this whole thing, I'm just like, no, I'm good.
Yep, and you're at the age, Richard, where you won't be going to bars, you'll be going to churches to try to pick up ladies. And you'll be in the church, and they'll be like, well, what happened between you and your wife? Well, Crocky, let me tell you, we were out searching for unicorns, and we found a feisty one. I stuck my thumb up her butthole to see if it pissed her off. And it did.
And it did.
My wife left me.
And so after 30 days in county lockup, now I'm here. What are you in for?
So bait, Richard. So the only recognized legal unicorn bait is a virgin. So Richard, you and I have really good opportunity.
How? Okay, yeah, this isn't going to apply at all. If you're looking for a third person to have sex with, obviously you've had sex with one.
Yeah, but see, I think this is the key, Richard. So the second piece is while it is not illegal to use simulated virgins, such practice is definitely not cricket, as any student of Arthur knows. So I think we realistically could be like, hey, I've never had sex with a woman. And they'd be like, yeah, I could tell. Oh.
Hang on. What do you mean you could tell?
Is that how I walk? Is it Crocky? Is that how I walk?
I'm so bad at it, I pretty much have not done it. Does that qualify?
It's the fact you've said crikey 32 times in this conversation.
Yeah. And also, take off that stupid hat. And why are you wearing shorts? It's December.
And nobody wears long socks anymore.
And it's tan. Like, who wears a tan shorts in a bar in December?
There's not even any crocodiles in here. Richard and Shawn, unicorn hunters on Animal Planet.
Oh my God.
So questing hours, Richards. Unicorns may be taken during daylight and dark, except for those hours when the tooth fairy is about. So I haven't I'm scared right now. I looked up unicorn hunting. I'm scared to look up tooth fairy hunting because that might get me into some weird places.
This whole thing had to have been set up by like the University of Phoenix. There's no way that a college, a facility of higher learning, there is no way you could tell me that they were like, hey, let's put up rules for unicorn hunting and talk about the tooth fairy.
I mean, Richard, that's basically our weekly show.
What has happened to college? This is the American education system, ladies and gentlemen, at its finest.
They have so many kids. It's like, listen, we got to get some money somehow. How do we do it? I don't know. Unicorns. That's a new major.
Meanwhile, the kid that wrote that study, like his parents are like, why are we paying $15,000 for this kid to put out rules for hunting unicorns? Does he still believe it? Oh, honey, does Tommy still believe in the tooth fairy? He wrote it in this piece for college.
Well, I imagine like he probably doesn't tell his parents. It's like graduation. Like they're so proud. Like it's their first kid graduating college. And they're like, Tommy Johnson. They stand up. Dad's got a little tear in his eye. And it's like, with the doctorate degree in unicornism. Wait, I thought he was going for his history degree. I thought he was going to be a professor. I did it, Dad. Now I can study unicorns.
Him. That's my father right there. Nope. I don't know him. He must be the slow kid.
Trust me, it didn't come from my loins. Use of artificial light. It is illegal to use artificial light to take unicorns. I mean, this makes sense. You're in a bar. I mean, you don't want to flash a light on a unicorn. Groggy, that's a feisty looking one. There's a reason bars are dark, Richard. That's what I'm saying.
And see, now I'm picturing you like wandering around with the flashlight. What are you looking for? Unicorns. And then when I find them, I'm gonna knock them on the head with a flashlight.
Hey, Shawn, there's one in the men's bathroom. Oh, is there really? Oh, I found it. Oh, he's got a big horn.
I tried pulling it by the horn.
First it sounded angry, then it sounded like it liked it.
I thought you weren't supposed to touch the horn. No, you can touch it.
Banded unicorns. So some unicorns have been banded by the DNU or the BRA to indicate age and level of aesthetic energy. That makes sense. I mean, that's like what you do. You go out, you'd be like, oh, I found a unicorn. All right, let's tag it and put it back in the wild so we can study it. Upon taking a branded unicorn.
Picturing this like really like nice, bubbly, like attractive woman like walking around in a bar, and she's like talking to somebody, and then she's like, who's that? And then there's you and me with like notebooks open. Don't mind them.
That's a really interesting earring. It's what does 1374 mean?
Boys, the restraining order said 90 feet. Sorry.
All right, Richard, 10 feet, 10 paces backwards.
Could you turn that down? We're trying to hear the conversation.
There's like a video camera unit. This is a unicorn. It's natural habit. This is Daisy. She was tagged. It's like the great white shark thing. Like we got like an app. Man, this sounds more and more like stalking.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what. I think Animal Planet would make a fuck ton of money if they did a unicorn week.
I feel like this is a Netflix thing. Netflix needs to do Unicorn Week. Like they put out a series of this. It's like a spoof. It's like a fockumentary, and we're in it. We think it's real, and the whole time we're just going, Crocky!
Oh my God.
I'm going to sneak up on it and take a picture.
Excuse me. Whap! They hit him with a flashlight. First you shine in their eyes and blind them, and then hit them with
it. So upon taking a banded unicorn, it is required that the band be removed and sent to the Department of Natural Unicorns, the DNU, or the BRA, of Lake Superior State University, or Bromance University, where it's kind of a joint effort.
Yeah. I think any college that puts out a study on unicorns, I think they would totally be up for being our sister college.
So, Richard, questing uniforms. So, the DNU, what they require is uniforms may be tailored individually, but must be colored either Mondered red or Gwinnett green, depending on whether one is chasing the unicorn or vice versa. So I think if you were chasing the unicorn, you wear one color. But if you want the unicorn to chase you, it's a different color. But for us, Richard, it's crocodile hunter uniform.
Well, yeah, but we could make it in those colors. So it'd be like the button up short sleeve shirt and the shorts with the high socks, but everything would just be red.
I like it. We could do that.
We have the little hats.
Yeah.
And those would be red too.
So licenses. So actually we prefer not to think of this activity in terms of licenses because, we don't want any documentation, but rather of privilege. Therefore,
yes. You call it documentation. I think some others would call it evidence.
So it says rather of privilege. Therefore, please read on to the next item. So privilege, Richard. A unicorn questing privilege may be obtained free of charge at the university website. So this is www.issu.edu/banished under unicorn hunters. If you do not have computer access, call or write LSSU Public Relations Office, and they give the address there. License may be worn over the heart, pinned with a sprig of rosemary.
Oh my God, this is this college has to be a made-up fucking college.
The questing license has been reviewed by the Wildlife Division of the Department of Natural Resources of the state of Michigan.
Oh my God,
Richard, we're going to sign up for this. So drawing is we're going to send in our research is like these are just pictures of women.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Are you stalking women? Is that what this is?
No, we're unicorn hunting. There's
you call it stalking women. I call it unicorn hunting. No, I think everybody would call it stalking women.
I think without unreasonable doubt, the peers of 12 would find you guilty. What do you mean guilty? I've got this rosemary pinned to my heart.
You can't find me guilty. Look at rosemary. Hang on. Oh, it's not rosemary. It's pine. I'm going to jail.
Does this mean I can't unicorn hunt for 5 years? Well, you could do some kind of unicorn hunting. Just be with your cellmate, Bob.
Somebody's going to, you're definitely going to find a horn. It's going to go in a very uncomfortable place.
Like the back of a Volkswagen? So drawing for privilege. So in the event that the unicorn herd diminishes to a number smaller than 5 per square dream, which, I mean, you think like the square dream of all the men that are hoping for unicorns, like it's probably much less than that.
Yeah, quite dense, I would think.
A drawing will be held to determine privilege holders. All right, Richard. So here is your questing kit. So the following items are recommended for serious pursuit of the unicorn.
I swear to God, if you say duct tape, then this conversation's over. Duct tape, a ski mask,
a Bill Cosby kit. Wait a second. Who wrote this?
Does this smell like chloroform to you?
So 1 small flask of cognac.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna get them boozy.
Yeah, or we're gonna be Crocky. Are you a unicorn? Do you want to come back for the blah?
Shawn, we did this wrong. We were supposed to give them the cognac, and we drank the cognac, and now it's too drunk.
Crocky, you're a feisty one. Come here. Get off me! Ow, my knuckles!
Then you hit me with the flashlight.
I'm not a unicorn, Shawn. No, Richard. You're a unique, beautiful unicorn.
I don't feel like it. I'm gonna play with your horn. Whoa, wait, what?
I sobered up really quick. Crocky, not a good way. A 1 ounce bottle of unicorn lure. So I wonder if this is like a, Michael Jordan cologne.
This is exactly you know what this is? This is basically like a snake oil salesman be like, I have this is a unicorn lure. That's what this is.
Yeah. This is a dude that has like a secret meeting like in a hotel where it's like, do you want a unicorn in your relationship? Well, yeah.
Who doesn't?
Pay $7,000 for this kit. Wait, like there's cheaper ways to do this, I would think. Nope. Gotta buy this kit.
Gotta buy this kit. Unicorn lure. Do you know what that is? Nope.
No.
Well, I do.
I've bagged 27 unicorns just this year. Wow, that's over the limit. Are you sure that's legal? Number 3, Richard. A pair of pinking shears. I don't know what that is. What are pinking shears? Oh, yeah, but it sounds fancy.
Well, it's like scissors that like a tailor uses.
Oh, okay. So that way you can make them a fancy outfit.
Yeah, great. So now I'm going to be arrested because I'm threatening old lady with scissors.
Well, Richard, they got you covered. A large envelope, 1 airmail stamp. So when you do get arrested, you have an envelope and a stamp that you can send, for help and bail.
Yeah. Or I'll put the shears in it and mail it with just a note that says, hide this.
A nail clipper with file.
What does that do? Okay, let's say we're talking about the mythical creature. What does a nail clipper have to do with hunting a fucking horse?
Maybe the unicorns don't like it when you have like rough nails. Like they like nice manicured hands to touch their manes. They want nice manicured hands so that they can polish their horns and it doesn't hurt.
God, you sound so prissy right now. Maybe they just they want you to have nice nails. Maybe you should just maybe before you go hunting you should just go get yourself a nice mani-pedi, and it would that way, oh my God, that way you'd be so relaxed because you go and you get your nails done, you have a mimosa and it's your whole day.
Richard, you know what? You get that mani-pedi, you get that mimosa, and you know what? If you don't find a unicorn, it's still a win.
Yep.
Still a win day.
Because
that's what I call it.
Because the end, you're beautiful.
Yeah, and we're together, and that's all that matters. Shawn, is this? Did you make this story up? Is that really at Lake Superior State University?
You made this college up, didn't you?
Wow, you went through a lot of effort. This site looks legit. I know I've got 27 applicants. I think I formed a college.
I'm starting a college.
You need 1 currycomb.
A what?
A currycomb.
I have no idea what that is.
Is that like a horse comb?
Maybe.
This would be like for dogs and stuff. It's the circular thing. So like if you're brushing it, it gets like loose hair like on a dog. Which it would be very awkward at a bar. You start like
you just come up behind a girl and start brushing her hair.
It's either this or the cognac, and I drink all the cognac.
I would give you booze right now, but it's all gone. I don't know where it went.
There it is.
Found it.
I've also got this unicorn lure.
Here, hold this flashlight.
Secret ingredient is Michael Jordan cologne.
Yeah.
I was going to use Adidas, but I couldn't find a Kmart.
They say it's unicorn lure, but I think it's just chloroform. I don't know. You smell it.
Yeah, I'll smell it first. Security.
Got another one.
You're getting dragged out. You're like, Crocky, that was a feisty one. Number 8, a small bottle of hoof and horn polish. Like you pull this out, like let's say you get all the way down to this, and like you're kind of got this. You're like brushing
her hair, and you take this out. You're like, show me your hands.
Yeah, but no, like let's say she's like, oh, that kind of feels good. Like I'm kind of digging. Like, where's your wife? And you pull this out, and you're like, you son of a bitch, whack.
Am I a horse? Do you think I'm a horse? Well, no, it was in the kit.
Wait, I got one more thing in my bag. You pull out a pair of hoof trimmers and sit it on the bar.
You sound grumpy. You know what you need? A carrot. Open your mouth. I'll throw sugar cubes in.
And very last, Richard, so the DNU is an equal opportunity privilege gainer. So no privilege may be issued before a search is made to ensure that the discrimination has not been used against members of any race or sex, with the exception that poets wearing a sprig of myrtle pinned to their underwear may be issued a privilege without search.
So basically, I'm walking around. I have all this. I have like basically a botanical garden taped to my fucking person.
Yep. One on your heart, one in your underwear.
I'm walking around with hoof trimmers and some whiskey, and I'm looking at girls like, "Hey, you want to hang out?"
You know what, Richard? You get to do this once, and then your wife never goes out with you again.
Yep.
But she does like, no, babe, listen, I'll just go unicorn hunting by myself. Wait, babe, you forgot the kit. Oh, thanks, babe. She comes back like 4 a.m. Hey, how'd you do? There was no unicorns.
I found no unicorns.
None. This is Susan.
Wait a minute. Was I supposed to look for female unicorns? Nope, didn't find any of those. Found a couple male ones.
Yep. Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert. Their horns are huge.
And this is Susan. She's not a unicorn, but I'm going to go to the bedroom, so you stay here and watch for unicorns. Okay, sounds like a... Whoa, wait a second.
Where's my hat?
Crocky. Whoa, you guys sound like you're doing some tough exercises up there.
Okay, so if we're wrapping this up, are we wrapping this up? Are we?
Yeah, I'm ready for
down?
some Richard's closing thoughts on this.
So for the closing thought, I'm gonna put a giant disclaimer: do not do any of these things because that is how you go to jail. For a long time.
That's why this is a parody podcast.
You know what? Sure. In a way, if you do these things, you will end up finding a unicorn because you will go to prison and then someone will show you their horn.
Yeah,
and not in a nice way, in a very angry way.
Be like, I'm a unicorn hunter too. Oh,
where's your hat?
All right, Richard, well, let me do a little bit of housekeeping while our wives are searching for unicorns. Visit our website, we're languageofbros.com. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at languageofbro. Email us at eatthebeaver@languageofbros.com. Check out the LOB Army Intelligence Reports, where we've added a new Twitch stream, which is Dutch Masters 99. Like us on Facebook, and we're really wanting to push this podcast to new heights. So as we're getting closer to our 5th year anniversary, please spread the word of this podcast and go out and recruit people for the LOB Army by getting someone you know to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Spotify.
And when you're there, you can leave a rating and a review because that puts us into the stratosphere of podcasts to look at. Yeah,
say I want to join the bruh. I want to donate, and if you want to send a little bit of money to help the Bromance Rehabilitation Unicorn Habitat. Visit join our LB Army by going to Patreon. It's www.patreon.com/languageofbromance. Like LB Army member Petey.
Nice.
Yeah, and remember, as always, you can find our main sponsor of the Pod Bros Network.
The unicorn of podcasting networks.
Ooh. All right, Richard, was there anything else before I close her out?
Nope. Don't do any of these things. You'll go to jail.
All right, well, that's all the Bromance we have for this show. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Richard.
And I say we eat the beaver. Hey, Richard, I know I've been searching for a unicorn my whole life, but you're my unicorn.
Aw, you're my unicorn.
Aw.
Because you won't send me to jail.
Let me touch your horn. What?